6.4 beta version 3 for Varka are out, so let's go over and see what changes have been made since version 2. To start us off, we need to say that Varka got buffed, and that is a good indicator because that means his kit is not finished and they are still fine-tuning some of his numbers and his abilities. Because version 2 is pretty rough, which is a good sign because it means that he might be even getting more buffs moving forward. And the buffs that we are working with right now are mostly to his skill ability damage, his C6 ability, and his signature weapon. You can pause to look at this right now. This is really good, but also it's not great because this just makes him not so mid. Because he still does struggle with numbers a little bit. He's now hitting at max 110k with his premium team if you are getting a perfect rotation. But there are still other underlying issues within his playstyle and his team. Like the fact that he's only got one team that he can work with that gets these numbers while everything else are very far below those numbers that I just said. Because the way they want Varka to work is that they want him to synergize with that elemental team of only Swirl and one other swirlable element team. Which sounds cool and fun, however, there is a heavy demand to use Hex and Zirkel characters as well, which there are not that many, and the buffs that they provide to a team compared to a more premium traditional team is few and far in between, and that leaves the Pyro team combination for him the only viable one to produce these kind of numbers and make him have an impression outside of the other options. He also doesn't have any form of attack interruption in his kit or his constellations, which means another teammate is going to have to fill that slot to provide that for him. I think this was a good step forward and it shows that they are still working on him, but I think there are still some things that need to be fine-tuned and changed for him to be a viable long-term character because he is so highly anticipated and beloved. But there are some major concerns that need to be addressed. But I'm getting him no matter what. I just hope that he lives up to the hype. What about you?